Dad, I'm recording this message to you because we don't get the opportunity to sync up and have good, heartfelt, connected conversations all the time. So when things like this come into my head and I know I need to share it with you because it's important to me, I'm just going to just record it and share it with you so that you can see it and watch it and understand what's important to me whenever you have time to. That way you can formulate a response on your own time and send it to me, and I can watch it and see how you received what I had to say and how it impacted you. And I can do that on my own time, and it can give you the time you need to formulate and send me that response. And so recording messages like this, I think, is a really effective way to share information with each other like that. I really respect you a lot. There's a lot of things I really love about you. I love that we're building better communication skills together and having good conversations. Our last conversation, you said something to me that you wanted to impress it on me. You said, last October, I really scared you. And there's been times in my life where you've really scared me. You've really scared me. I've really been afraid for my life in your presence because of how you're treating me in that moment. If we went one for one like this, moments where I've scared you versus moments where you've scared me, I'm pretty sure I could match every moment you present to me and then some. I could probably match it tenfold. There's been so many moments in my life where you have really scared me. If we're going to hold on to those moments and say, hey, this moment in the past where you acted in this way and it really scared me, that moment means that you might have a problem. You might have a psychological problem and you need to see a therapist to deal with that problem. If we're going to use moments like that from the past to say these things about each other, then every moment you point out to me, I'm going to be able to take another moment and point it out to you, and I will be able to go back and forth with you like that, and I will probably be able to go longer than you because there are so many moments from my life where you have acted in a way that was put me in such a state of fear. The way that you speak habitually is very powerful and loud. And when you don't like something, especially when you don't like the way one of your children has, what they've said or what they might have done, if it's out of line with what you think is right, your reaction can be really strong. And you might be proud of yourself for not having physically hit your children. But you've really scared me, Dad. You've really scared me in the past. But I was a kid, and you were an adult. And that puts this framework on the situation where you didn't give me the respect. No one gave me the opportunity. I didn't have the ability to consciously comprehend what was going on to articulate it to people. It's taken me decades to be able to do that and reflect on it and describe it in an accurate way without being consumed by the emotion of it, because I've had to process those emotions over time. But I'm pointing it out to you because our last conversation, which I really did enjoy, but you said something to me. You said that, Justin, last October, you really scared me. Now, for whatever reasons, I actually remember exactly what happened, and I remember I scared you because of the way you had just treated me. Over the past, hour, you have progressively treated me really poorly, and then you got really nasty with me. So nasty that I stood up for myself, and I scared you. I didn't harm you, and I never would want to harm you. But when I'm continually oppressed in a psychological, emotional, abusive way, there becomes a point where I have to draw a healthy boundary condition. Now, I don't want to do that by physically attacking you, but if you don't respect me, there's a point where I have to scare you into place. So I'm sorry that I scared you last October. I really am. I don't want to scare you. I want to have a good, healthy, fun relationship with you. But you've really scared me in the past. A lot. So much that I pay a professional psychologist now to help me unravel the pain of my abusive history and figure out those issues so that I can process the emotions and forgive the people and try and cultivate good, healthy communication skills to to operate with respect, to respect my family members who see the world really differently than I do. And I really respect you guys, but I need you to respect me in the same way. That's how we can have a healthy relationship, and that's what I want. So I just want to share that with you. I don't want to go back and forth with you in moments where you've done this that's really scared me and done, because we could go back and forth like that forever. And I don't want those things to be caught up in my head. I don't want to keep going, I want to allow it to just wash away, because you and I can work in the present moment, because our present relationship is getting better and better, and it's great. So I ask you just to kind of take a second thought when you think about bringing something like that to me, to tell me that I really scared you in the past by the way I acted. Just before you let the words out of your mouth, think about it, and just kind of empathize with me, and think about what I may have gone through as a child, in a family where both of my parents never really kind of got to their self-actualized place as an individual before they had kids. So they were kind of figuring things out for themselves while there were children learning from them. And that was, I didn't choose to be born into that, but I was born into that. I was born into a family that had already experienced a tremendous amount of abuse, sexual abuse, which caused fractured psyches. And so I'm a child learning life from those broken people. I need you to empathize with me and understand that I've had a lot to process, to figure out and translate from all the different ways I've experienced people treating me that are not necessarily the most healthy. Because I want to cultivate healthy psychological atmosphere and healthy emotional atmosphere for myself. I want to cultivate a way of acting and operating in life that is honest, that allows me to be a man of integrity. I can feel good about the way that I act and treat people, and project myself, and people receive me, and it's all on the same page, and it feels like real and authentic. That's the kind of community that I want with people. I want people who treat me with the same respect I treat them with. I appreciate just your time that you're taking right now to hear me out. I really respect you a lot, and I love life. I love my life. I've been through a lot but I think good, valuable lessons only come from hardship. So in that way, I'm thankful for the hardships I've had, so that I can learn valuable lessons, because I'd like to teach those to children of my own someday, and have loving relationships with my kids. I think that really is the coolest thing, to see a new being in human form experiencing life and learning that. I want to be responsible enough to be a healthy parent, and so just want to share this with you, Dad. I love you, and please forgive me for scaring you last October. Peace.